Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video that I have been told not to do and we are doing it anyway because why not? I'm going to be dyeing my hair and I'm going to be putting some highlights in it, which I have very minimal experience doing, but thankfully I have a brilliant set of tools to work with. So I'm going to show you guys what I picked up as materials for this adventure. So I've got everything here in my handy tote bag from the fabulous Miss Polly Ho. First thing I have is this protector thing. You guys know the drill. Will not stain my clothes. Nope. Even then I'm wearing just like a dirty, ratty sweatshirt. What else? I have the color Revlon Frost and Glow Highlights. Now I have to say I do trust myself using bleach, and I probably should have just bought a bleach powder packet, but this was on sale on Amazon for like $6. I was like, why not? This is the honey shade because I have pretty dark hair. Of course everything will be linked below because I got everything on Amazon for the most part. I also got this kit from Amazon which has 2 little mixing bowls. I have 2 of these combs and 2 of these brushes. Brushes is just for precise application, I feel like. And then these ones, it does come with a little brush. I don't know if I'm gonna be using that, but it comes with this comb which helps separate your hair. And then it comes with this end which helps section your hair off, which we're gonna be doing plenty of that to avoid absolute chaos. I did buy a separate cap and needle, but a part of me is thinking I'm going to do this first round without the highlight cap, and if I need to go back in with the highlight cap, I will. This one has a metal needle versus the plastic needle that this one comes in, which we've all heard is absolute trash. So I got that. A pair of gloves, no brainer, no bleach on my hands. I also got some shower caps that I stole from Equinox because help process the color better. And then I also got some of these clips to help with sectioning. And last but not least is the toner and the root, shadow root, if I need to do it. I really hope I don't have to do it because it just seems a little scary. I am using professional products here, which I did pay a little bit extra for. This is the Redken Shades EQ Gloss, and then I got 2 of the more ash gloss shades in case this comes out a little orange. My hair does pull orange from my experience. So I got 7N Mirage and 7P Mother of Pearl. Those should be ashy enough for me. And again, it's a toner. It's not meant to deposit a ton of color, simply tone. And then if I do a shadow root, I got 4N Chicory, which pretty much matches my natural. But I'm hoping that I won't have to do that because I'm not gonna lie, that does seem a little bit daunting. So everything in that haul came out to about $100, which again, I think buying the Redken Shades EQ stuff was really expensive. That took up about $60 of my budget. Everything else, I would say 40, it might have even been less. So no need to get that specifically, but again, I've just heard really good things and I've seen really beautiful results on other people from it. So I was like, okay, let's try it out. So let's get started and say a prayer. I realize this is going to be in the title, but I also haven't colored my hair in 2 years because I was like, no damage, we love my hair. And then I was like, nope, I want dimension, especially if I'm gonna rock this short do. So I have about day 3 hair. There is some product in it, so that's why it's a little, I guess, flippy. But I'm gonna start by sectioning. And of course, we're getting like majority of this hair up and out of the way. And the tutorial that I'm using is only gonna cover probably, it actually covers majority of the hair, and then I have a separate tutorial that I'm doing for just the top pieces. Mixing up the bleach right now. I should be wearing a mask, but here we are. Also, not great that I don't have a window in here, but I digress. Okay. Pray for me. I'm just trying to saturate, I'm just trying to saturate both sides of my hair, so I'm like kind of run it through, and then as I get to the top, again, I'm just gonna do that technique of just kind of like fading it with my fingers to blend it, to keep it from looking too harsh. Okay, this is kind of a train wreck as I expected. So I haven't been filming because I'm actually taking, I feel like, a little too long. And so I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. So I will come back when I'm touching this top part, but for now I just gotta zoom. Home stretch, about to do this section. My hair does not look like it's processing, which is a little bit scary, but it's still early. So fingers crossed. Hello friends. So we did the bottom. You guys can kind of see it's light. It's definitely honey. I have no idea how this is going to tone. We're still doing these top pieces up here. It's got about 10 minutes left, and then I'm going to rinse. And then I just made my toner right here. I'm going to wash my hair, shampoo, and then I'm going to tone it. I'm not going to use what was in the REVLON kit. It came with, which I think is a great addition because when I used it back in the day, I did not have this, a blue shampoo and a blue conditioner, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna see how much the toner can do. The toner is supposed to be really just great for my hair overall in general, so I was like, okay, let's see what the toner can do and then come back to it. I'm hoping that it's just good enough if I leave the toner on for, you know, a quick few. I don't want to two-tone it because it's just not that light. Like, I was expecting it to be pretty blonde. This is not that blonde. So we'll see. But again, everything's trial and error. So yay, it's just my hair, woo! Stay tuned. Okay, I did a really dumb thing. I assumed that I wasn't going to need that much time processing, but now my toner has been left out for too long. I'm gonna try to use it anyway, but I still have 20 minutes left on the top of my head. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. The problem is I only have this small mini bottle of toner, so if it doesn't work, like, I only get one other chance to either retone or dye my hair back to brown, which is a little bit stressful. So let's see how it goes. I washed the bottom part. You guys can kind of see some of the color. Again, more of like a honey than anything. Some shampoo in it still. And then once we hit that 20-minute mark, I'm gonna go back in. Then I get to deal with this toner situation. This is why you go to the pros. I get it, I get it. I look like I'm going into a hospital procedure room. No, I got my toner on. It's very purple. I'm a little like, okay, we'll see. And I have, oh, let's actually do that. Set timer for 9 minutes. Charm. I did 10 minutes, but then I saw in an article that you should just do the 20 minutes, let it develop. I just checked my hair, it looks okay. So I think we can do the 20 minutes. And fingers crossed. What the good thing about the toner is that it's going to darken the color a little bit. It's also going to take the brass out. So it's going to give me like a balance versus like lighten it any further, right? Like toner is only gonna make it darker. So that's good news for me because I think it'll help with like the blendability of how I did, like whether I missed certain pieces or not. Like I'm hoping that it'll just look really natural. And then I'm gonna blow dry it and then we literally get to do nothing. So we're almost at the end of this journey. If you guys are still here, thanks, because I'm definitely needing some moral support right now and kind of regretting this. And now I remember why I like don't like coloring my hair. Like this is so annoying. All for a little dimension? All for a little dimension? So I digress. Okay guys, final result. I would say that the toner was definitely less effective than I thought it was gonna be, but we talked about this. Again, I only had it, I mixed it too soon, so it oxidized a little bit, thus less powerful. But I don't know if you guys can see, I wanted a very, I realized I didn't even talk about this at the beginning of the video either. I wanted a very natural look, like almost as if it was like baby lights, and I think it came out exceptionally well, except for the under parts of my hair. The parts I did first, there is just very large sections of this like bronzy color. on both sides that are just big sections, and I think it's because I just did not section those areas well, and then of course it gets a lot better as I go up because I got a lot better at doing my hair. I have not seen the back yet, so you guys just got a first glimpse. But otherwise I think it looks perfect. It's like natural, it's subtle, it's lived in. It's very, very light on the top of my head, which is great. And I wanted to show you on straight hair because I wear my hair straight or like a little bit wavy most of the time. Like I don't always curl it, and I know people curl it to make it look like more dimensional, but I want to see it how it's gonna look every day on me, and honestly, it looks great. It's just enough. I do think I want to tone it one more time because it is still a little bit too reddish in my opinion, but I think we can make it work. And overall I'm happy. It was a freaking process to say the least. I think it took me almost 3 hours, 3.5 hours. No, 2.5 hours, which is a really long time, but I was just trying to be careful, you know what I mean? I was like, my hair is natural, I really, really don't want to mess it up. So final thoughts, maybe don't do this at home. Yeah, that's my final thoughts.